Hello. Today we are going to discuss about the revision class of coordination compounds. നമ്മൾ ഓൾറെഡി കോർഡിനേഷൻ ക്ലാസ് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് കഴിഞ്ഞതാണ്. ഇനി നമ്മൾ അതിൻ്റെ റിവിഷൻ ക്ലാസ് ആണ് നോക്കുന്നത്. നമുക്ക് പരീക്ഷയ്ക്ക് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ആണ് ഞാനിവിടെ റെഡിയാക്കിയിരിക്കുന്നത്. നിങ്ങൾ ഓൾറെഡി പഠിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞതുകൊണ്ട് ജസ്റ്റ് ഒന്ന് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് വർക്കൗട്ട് ചെയ്യുക. ഈ ടൈപ്പുള്ള ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ആയിരിക്കും നിങ്ങൾക്ക് പരീക്ഷയ്ക്ക് ചോദിക്കുന്നത്. ഫസ്റ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് വാട്ട് ആർ ലിഗാൻസ്. ലിഗാൻസ് ഓൾറെഡി നിങ്ങൾ പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. ലിഗാൻസ് ആർ ന്യൂട്രൽ species or ions which is attached to the metal atom which can donate at least one pair of electrons. And next one is what are chelates. We already know chelates are ring species which can attach to the metal and form a ring structure, which is a ligand which is attached to metal and form a ring-like structure. These are chelates. And also written the example written the example. Then next one is define coordination number. Coordination number is the total number of ligands attached to central metal atom or central metal ion, and also give the example. The next question is write the IUPAC name of CONH3 6 times Cl3. First we name the alphabetic order. Here ammonia and chlorine are the ligands, so alphabetically first one is ammonia, so the name is hexaamine. Then chlorine, so hexaamine trichloro cobalt 3, oxidation number is 3. Then next question is give an example for ionization isomer. Ionization isomer means the ions can exchange between the species, coordination sphere. So one of the example is CONH3 5 times BrSO4. Here ions are bromine and sulfate ion, so these two ions can exchange. We get ionization isomer. So the next one is CONH3 5 times SO4 5 times SO4 Br. This is an example for coordination isomer. Then next question is which of the following is an inner orbital complex or low spin complex. Inner orbital complex means we already discussed it. Low spin complex and high spin complex. Low spin complex means strong field ligands are low spin complexes, and high field ligands are high spin complexes. Weak field ligands are high spin complexes. So inner orbital complex is the electrons enter into the inside orbital. So CONH3 6 times 3 plus and COF6 3 minus. Which one is low spin complex? So which of the ligand is, first we determine which of the ligand is low spin ligand or strong field ligand. We know that ammonia is a strong field ligand and fluorine is a weak field ligand. So strong field ligand is the low spin complex. Include we get CONH3 6 times 3 plus is the low spin complex. COF6 3 minus is F is the weak field ligand, so it included in outer orbital complex. So our answer is CONH3 6 times 3 plus, which is the inner orbital complex. The next question is which of the following is paramagnetic. Paramagnetic behavior. Which one shows paramagnetic behavior? First one is NaCl4 2 minus. we already know nickel has the electronic configuration 3d8 4s2, and Cl is a weak field ligand, and Ni2 plus NiCl for 2 minus. Here metal ion is Ni2 plus state, nickel is in Ni2 plus state, so Ni2 plus, nickel 2 plus is 3d8 electronic configuration, and we get orbital, d orbitals, and enter in the d orbital, electrons enter in the d orbital are here. So 8 electrons, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, so 2 electrons are paramagnetic behavior, 2 of them shows paramagnetic behavior. And next is NiCN for 2 minus. Here Ni is also 2 plus state, so 3d8 electronic configuration, and we know that Cn is a weak field or strong field. Cn is a strong field ligand, so it is a low spin complex, so inner orbital complex, so the electrons will enter inside because of strong field of Cn, so the electrons will push in inner side. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 electrons are enter in these 4 orbitals, one of them is vacant. So this shows diamagnetic behavior because Cn is a strong field ligand. Then next question is what is the shape of NiCN for 2 minus? NiCN for 2 minus, we already discussed it in the before question. Ni2 plus is 3d8, so we get a diamagnetic behavior. None of them are paramagnetic, so NiCN for 2 minus is this is the hybridization. So the Cn ligand gives lone pair electrons to these 4 orbital, so we get the hybridization is sp3. sp3 hybridization is tetrahedral in shape, so we get the shape is tetrahedral. Then next question is, how will you account for the color of complex compounds? Complex compounds, in the last video we discussed about the why the transition metals show colored compounds. This is the reason for this answer, because of the DD transition. We already know the transition metals show DD transition. Because of that DD transition, they show colored complexes. The next question is, discuss Werner's theory of coordination compounds. Werner's theory. Werner's theory, we already know the Werner's theory. That's very important for examination. Then next is, what is CFSE, crystal field stabilization energy? We already know the splitting, because due to the splitting of d orbitals, the system attains extra stability for the filling of d orbitals. That extra energy is called crystal field stabilization energy. This is for the stabilization of that complexes. Then next one is, write a note on stereoisomerism of compounds, complex compounds. This is also very important question. This in section C question, section C occurs in section C. That is 4-mark question. Maybe asking the 4-mark question. What stereoisomerism are of 2 types: optical isomerism and geometrical isomerism. It's very important question. We already discussed. Then next one is, write a note on the application of coordination compounds in qualitative analysis. This is very important one. This 12th one and 13th one are very important question from the coordination compounds, so don't avoid it. Then next one is which of the following are unidentate ligands? Unidentate ligand means metal with the ligand. From the ligand, any one site, only one site is attached to metal, then it is unidentate. If the ligand can attach to two site, then it is bidentate, and others are polydentate ligands. Here, which one of the following are unidentate ligands? That means the ligand can attach to metal through only one site. So here NH3, nitrogen can attach to the metal, that is only one through one side only the ligand can attach to the metal. Here we can see that nitrogen and carbon can also attach to metal. So there is a two side can this ligand can attach through two sides, so it's a bidentate ligand. Here also two sides are there, so this is also a bidentate ligand. So our answer is NH3. Then one more question is the IUPAC naming of IUPAC. We already discussed in the IUPAC naming. Is also important. IUPAC naming of coordination compound is also important. So thank you.